I then gab on TikTok. Mr. President, are we really ready to act if Russia becomes aggressive towards all of Europe? Well, that's a good question. It's obviously the one behind everything we're doing. I'll tell you, Russia is already aggressive towards all of Europe. It started and it has intensified, and that's what I was telling you. It helps Iran, which is a threat. It is placing North Korean soldiers on European soil. It has a very strong army. It attacks us in information, cyber, and migration. But I could have mentioned other things. It's a threat in space. It has taken very aggressive actions in space. It destabilizes us. It attacks our interests in Africa. It provokes us. It tests us at sea as well as in the air. And it has this war effort that I mentioned. So yes, it's already somewhat in what we call a hybrid war, meaning it attacks us, tests us, challenges us in just about every aspect of the game. If it were to escalate, first of all, we French never forget, we have nuclear deterrence. And so it really relies on the weapons of deterrence, meaning we have autonomous capabilities. As the head of the armed forces, I have the responsibility for it with an established doctrine, and I look after the vital interests of our country. And so that normally deters attacks from countries that would be too aggressive towards our national interests. But obviously, Russia can very well decide to attack tomorrow, to be more aggressive, especially if there were to be a bad peace in Ukraine or a defeat. For sure, it would go provoke other European countries, whether they're members of the European Union or not. At that moment, we would have to react. So yes, we are ready. That's the whole point of the effort we're making within NATO. We actually have forces pre-positioned all over the place. And France is involved. I'm showing you this little map with our efforts. We have 2,000 soldiers at the moment. I'm speaking to you. We have 2,000 soldiers in NATO who are pre-positioned on this Eastern Front. And there is obviously, this is the contribution of the French, particularly in Romania, where I decided we would deploy as early as February. But there are also all the Allied forces, many American forces, by the way, that are over there. And so, yes, we are organized to respond. And all these countries, both Europeans and allies, are strong. They are strong because we've raised our posture and because we have our American ally as well, it must be said, who represents about a third of this effort. And what he tells us is, I need you to take on more. So in the short term, we know how to do it. For ourselves, for sure. For Europeans at our eastern borders, yes, because we also have American support. And we need to have a 5 to 10 year strategy, which is for us, Europeans, to do more to lighten the burden on the Americans in a way, and to be even more autonomous. But the answer is yes. We know how to do it. And we are ready to do it. Another aspect of information in Burkina Faso